My name's Joanne Denning, and I wanted to give you a brief introduction to the course. If this is the first day of class, you should know that this is a 4-week course, so it's shorter than our summer session, so it's a little bit intense. But it's fun. If you have some time over the holiday to really devote to this, then you're in the right place. I have 4 weekly modules. If you look down at the bottom of the home page, you'll see all of the modules here, and you can access all of them and see what you'll have to do in the next 4 weeks. I also have a syllabus that I want you to look at, and I have an introduction module that will go through sort of all the policies of the course. So I'm going to quickly click on the syllabus so we can check it out. The syllabus has sort of an updated office hour form where I'm going to show you the hours that I'm going to be available through Zoom. So you can log in by going to this URL, and it's going to be an open office hour where I answer any questions you have. I can also give you instruction in using a software like Adobe Illustrator. I can help you with projects, or just, if you want to just come and say hello and talk a little bit. So I'm going to try and be available every week for a variety of different office hours. These may shift a little depending on need. Like I might have a few evening ones if students want that. And I'm also really available for private Zooms. So if you don't want to come to one of the set office hours or you want to talk to me privately, please reach out to me through Canvas email and we can set up a time to Zoom. So a lot of students want to know if they need to buy a textbook, and the answer is no. All of the reading is going to be available through downloadable files, which I'll show you in a minute in the modules. So don't worry about buying a textbook. You do need to get some drawing pencils, though, drawing pencils and black pen. You also need to get a sketchbook. So if you scroll down in the syllabus, you'll see my recommendations. You need black pen, you need pencils, you need probably a ruler, scissors, glue stick, a sketchbook, a trace pad is really useful. And you can get these pens that are black artist pens that are specifically for drawing and rendering. The way these pens work is they have different nibs, and so you'll have a different size nib, so it'll just be easier for you to draw thin or thick strokes. You also might need like a white plastic eraser or kneaded eraser for sketching. So check out the syllabus and let me know if you have any questions. Basically, you can also see the list of projects at the lower side of the syllabus. I'm going to go ahead and go into the modules and kind of show you where we're at. The first thing I want you to do is this little introductions. The introductions is a place for you to tell me a little bit about yourself and then to post an example of your favorite logo. So I just want to make sure that you know you're in the right course and that you're excited about the class. You don't have to write a book here, but just kind of a little brief info like, did you just start as a student? Have you been at DVC for a while? What's your major? Stuff like that. And then post a photo of your favorite logo. And then I want you to just respond to another student. Just kind of say hi. If you like the logo they posted, you can make a comment. It's just kind of a brief way for us to get together as a class. So that's the very first thing I want you to do. Notice that the modules are sequential. So you can kind of click through and see all of the material. There's a section on how to navigate the course. There's also my syllabus in there. So you can kind of scroll through and see all of the information in the course intro module. There's a course policies, communication, etiquette, grading, academic integrity section that you should look at. There's Canvas help. If you're struggling with Canvas or you just need some extra help with Canvas, there's some links that you can go to that might help. If not, please just reach out to me. For example, if you can't get into the course for whatever reason, you might want to call this phone number and get direct support from Canvas. But if you just have a quick question, just email me and I usually can answer. I try to make myself available, so I will try to get back to you through email pretty rapidly. At the most amount of time you might have to spend is 24 hours waiting for a return email, but I'm often much quicker. And if you have an urgent question and I don't get back to you in a timely manner, feel free to send me another email like, Ms. Denning, please help ASAP, and I'll get to it as quick as I can. This is sort of an e-learning introduction for you. And then we're going to go, let me take you into our first week module, just so you can kind of see what we're doing. There's also some software help and tutorials if you need it in the e-learning support right here. But like I said, if you want to come to my private Zoom sessions, I'm going to try to really help students with software. That's primarily what I do in those private Zooms. Some students just hand draw and do cut and paste, and that's fine. But if you want to try to do a little bit of Illustrator in the course, maybe a little bit of layout, especially for like the postcard project at the end, I really recommend that you attend the office hours. So here's our first week module, and I have an objective session where I kind of show you what the week's all about. And it'll tell you what our objectives are for this module. So you can kind of see a list of things that we're going to be doing and thinking about. And then as we go forward, we're going into our videos and our reading. The first video is a little inspirational video about Milton Glaser, who's one of my favorite designers. So check that video out, and it's a fun video. He talks about his process, and he talks about who he is as a person, and I just think it's a great inspirational video for anyone who's excited or interested in design. And then if you keep going, you'll see some kinetic type videos. These are always fun, and we're going to be doing a project called Design a Word, and there's a little video that you can see that's a kinetic type video in our next section about that. But there's one called From Paper to Screen, there's one called Karloff, and then at the bottom of each of these sections you'll see these prompts that kind of show you what might be on a quiz or what you might be expected to answer. So look at the prompts at the bottom of the page, even before you watch the videos, so you kind of know what you're looking for. We have our reading, so if you click on these links, you'll be able to download all of the reading material, and then you don't have to buy it. You can buy the textbook if you want. It's Introduction to Graphic Design, but I also have other resources here for you. So make sure that if you have any questions about that, you email me quickly because we have a lot of reading. I did email the class the first couple of reading assignments, so you should have them in email as well. And then there's videos to watch. They sort of reiterate what the reading's about, but I did the best I could on some of the videos, and some of the videos are other things. So it's really helpful, I think, if you do the reading and watch the videos. And then, of course, there's going to be these prompts at the bottom here for you to kind of see what you might be looking for in the reading. Let me kind of go through. We have a couple of areas with reading, and then we're going to get into our actual projects. So the first project we're going to do is going to be review questions. And it's really just review questions from all the reading you did in the module. And so those little prompts at the bottom of each of the sections are basically reiterated here, and you're going to have to answer these questions and upload them. This is worth 4 points, I believe, and 6 points, sorry. And there's a little rubric down here. You can see how I'm grading. So if you don't answer some of the questions right, or if you turn it in late, you might get a 3-point grade. If you do everything right, you get a 6-point grade. And if you don't even turn it in, you get a 0-point grade. And the 6 points relates to the 100 points that you'll be earning in the class. And so know that each of these little weekly reading modules is about 6% of your grade. And then as you go forward, you'll see a little writing assignment that is kind of fun because you're going to get to look at a lot of different designers, and then you're going to profile 2 of them. You're going to write a couple of paragraphs about each designer and then include a few images. And then we get into the fun part, our actual projects. The first one's a collage project. You're going to get to choose what you do a collage about. It'll either be shape or value or texture. And the goal is to communicate that concept in collage. And so you can use things that you cut and you paste onto like a black sheet of construction paper to create that concept. So this is example of shape here. This is an example of value, which is the range from light to dark. And this is an example of texture. And then our last project for this week is really fun. It's called Design a Word. You're each going to get a word emailed to you, and you're going to have to communicate that word through the layout. And this is that fun word as image video that I want you to watch because it's kind of a kinetic type video that kind of shows you some kind of cool examples of word design. And if you scroll down, you'll see some other examples from students. So for all of our projects, you're going to also have to do peer reviews, and you will basically look at some of your classmates' work and you'll write responses to them. And there's a section here in each of the assignments where you'll be able to see some prompts that you look for. For example, in the design a word, I want to make sure that the word is legible, that there's no external graphics, and that the design is actually communicating the concept. So those are the things you're going to look for. So peer reviews are important. They're always worth a percentage of the grade. So if you don't do them, then you usually end up getting a B on a project as opposed to an A, which you might get. So make sure you do those peer reviews. Usually I give about 48 hours for students to finish up the peer reviews before I start the grading process. I will also be giving you feedback on every project, but if you need some help before you turn it in or you want some feedback, come to my office hour, email me, and I'm happy to work, give you even more feedback if needed or help you before you turn it in. So I'm going to go back to the home page here. I hope this answered most of the questions, but I am going to have frequent office hours, so please come if you're confused, if you need any help. And I'm really excited about this class. Last winter was really fun, so I think this will be very similar. We're all in pandemic, so we don't have a lot to do, so it's a great time to take a class. Reach out to me if you have questions, and I look forward to seeing your work.